G'day guys, my name's Ben and you're watching The Long Gun Project. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a close look at the new Tikka T3x Varmint Hunter in 22-250, as well as the Burris Fullfield E1 6.5 to 20 by 50 rifle scope. So let's take a look at this rifle. Now I can tell you and show you that the action is super smooth, which you would expect. The trigger breaks cleanly, albeit a bit on the heavy side at just under 3 pounds, but it is a factory adjustable trigger, so you do get to choose your own adventure in that regard. Now the underside of the forend is flat, as you would expect with a varminting rifle. Now it is a little narrower in terms of the width than most varminters, but I guess that's where they got that Varmint Hunter name from. Now it's just as comfortable shooting off the bipod as it is off a bench with a bag or out of a vehicle window. So as I'm saying this, I can't escape the feeling that I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. So why is that? Well, it's a Tikka. Tikka's reputation for form, feel and function pretty much tells the story. There's actually very little about this rifle that I found surprising, and believe me when I tell you that is a really good thing. Standing back and looking, you'd have to be almost blind not to see that this is a good looking rifle. Now in the stainless timber combination that I've got here, this rifle retails for about $2,400 to $2,500 and is also available in a blued and timber finish. Now one feature I really do like about this rifle is the machine cut checkering. To me, checkering feels way better in the hands than the laser stippling that you find on a lot of other timber stocked rifles these days. Now the scope that's on this rifle is the Burris Fullfield E1 6.5 to 20 by 50. Now it has the MV reticle, which I chose because it's actually specifically calibrated to the 22-250 with its holdovers and windage dots. Now one thing that I discovered, which is kind of cool, is that you can fine tune this calibration through the Burris website. You go to Explore Burris and select Reticle Analysis. You then select your scope, the reticle and the caliber you're using, and then simply follow the step-by-step guide to fine tune your reticle holdovers and windage dots to one of the extensive list of factory ammo types, or you can input your own data to suit your personal hand loads. Now the Burris Fullfield is a really nice scope, and the best part is it doesn't cost the earth. This scope has a 1-inch body, it's got great clarity, great brightness, and the turret adjustments feel firm and positive, which is really nice. Moreover, I think it's a great match to the 22-250. Now this scope is actually sitting in a pair of Burris rings, but they're high rings so that the bell of the scope can clear the barrel. Now the thing that stood out to me the most about this rifle and scope combination in the short time that I've had it is just how easy it is. Mounting, bore sighting and then zeroing the scope at the range was so drama-free it was almost unnerving. I had the whole thing zeroed in 6 shots. I then shot a couple of 3-round groups and they were all under 1 MOA as guaranteed. Nothing wild, just simple, straightforward and drama-free. Now while we're on the subject of this rifle's precision and accuracy, let's have a look at how it performed with a couple of different types of ammunition that I was able to get locally. Now, perhaps unsurprisingly, it shot the Seiko game head ammunition far and away the best. But it's probably not that surprising considering Tikka's close family relationship with Seiko. So from this we can conclude that with the preferred factory ammunition, this rifle definitely shoots below its 1 MOA guarantee, but it's probably likely to perform even better with tailored hand loads. Now this rifle comes with a detachable 5-round magazine. Now you can't top load that magazine whilst it's on the rifle, which may not work for some, but you can top feed single rounds, which is always a plus. Now I'm really loving this rifle at the moment, and I think there's no better way to show it off to you guys than to go and spend an afternoon busting some varmints. Now, we had an awesome afternoon on the rabbits and the Tikka performed brilliantly. And once you get used to the holdovers and the MV reticle on the Burris, it really is a matter of just ranging the target and then bracketing with your holdovers and then just letting the rifle do the rest. Now, I haven't really done a great amount of varminting in the past, but what I can tell you is that hearing that thock on a rabbit at 300 to 400 meters is every bit as satisfying as ringing steel at 2 to 3 times the distance. The Burris Fullfield was an excellent choice, I think, for this rifle in 22-250. As light conditions got worse, you lost a bit of brightness and contrast at high magnification, but you kind of expect that. Now, you can get a lot of that brightness and contrast back by zooming out, but the downside is you change the holdover values because it is a second focal plane scope. But overall, I'd have to say that I really enjoyed this rifle and scope combination, and it does shoot that Seiko game head ammo really, really well. And I've enjoyed it so much that I can see myself doing a lot more varminting in the future. Now, this rifle and scope combination were sent to me to review by the great team at Beretta Australia. Now, as for the future of this Tikka T3 Varmint Hunter and Burris Fullfield, well, I've enjoyed this rifle and scope combination so much that I've actually decided to buy them. And I think that pretty much sums up my overall opinions and conclusions regarding this rifle and scope. I'm more than happy to pay my money to ensure that I don't have to give it back. Guys, that concludes this episode of the Long Gun Project. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to let us know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the next episode of the Long Gun Project. See you later.
I got off easy, down.